Let's continue talking about the 2018 NBA Draft. With the 4th pick, the Grizzlies selected Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren is from the University of Michigan, which doesn't have a very high basketball standard. The most famous alumni in history include Magic Johnson and Jamal Green. Jaren's specialty in college was shot blocking, and he once recorded 8 blocks in a single college game. Since entering the league, Jaren has continuously improved, from averaging 13 points in his rookie season in 2018, to 17 points in 2019, and then to 22 points in 2024. He has been named the block champion twice. In 2023, Jaren was also selected to the All-Star game, making him a rare player in the league, who excels at both offense and defense. The 5th pick is Trae Young, a man regarded as a public enemy by the entire city of New York. The reason stems from the 2020 playoffs, when Trae Young made a slightly provocative bowing gesture after scoring a basket. Fans in a big city like New York wouldn't put up with that kind of taunt, so now there's a beef between the two sides. After that, whenever Trae Young visited New York's home court, the entire audience would warmly greet him. Unexpectedly, even under such massive pressure, Trae Young wasn't afraid and even made counterattack gestures. In the following days, Trae Young repeatedly made provocative moves at New York's home court, such as shaking off New York players, comforting New York fans, and even kneeling on the New York team logo. New York fans were extremely angry, and New York's social media was all discussing him after the games. Due to his high popularity and his ability to command the order of New York's home court with such ease, Trae Young was jokingly called the Mayor of New York by New York fans. In fact, many New York fans don't know that Trae Young had already made such bowing gestures multiple times before entering the league. Trae Young was famous across the United States before the draft because of his flashy playing style and frequent participation in various streetball games. His highlight reels were all over the internet. At that time, Stephen Curry was very popular in the league, and Trae Young's playing style was very similar to Curry's: super long three-pointers, various unreasonable three-pointers, and high layup shots. These skills were almost exactly the same as Curry's. Therefore, many people at the time praised Trae Young as the next Stephen Curry. After entering the league, Trae Young indeed lived up to expectations. He averaged 19 points per game in his rookie season and an explosive 29.6 points per game in his sophomore season. On January 23, 2020, as a second-year player, Trae Young successfully made the All-Star starting lineup for the 2019-20 season. So far, 3 All-Star players have emerged from the top 5 picks of this draft, with an astonishing success rate. With the 8th pick, the Cavaliers selected Colin Sexton. He worked hard for the Cavaliers, rising from a rookie to the team leader, and once averaging 24 points per game. Unluckily, in September 2022, the Cavaliers traded him to the Jazz in order to acquire the stronger Donovan Mitchell. Sexton has never been selected to an All-Star game, but his ability is at an All-Star level. With the 10th pick, the 76ers selected Mikal Bridges, a top-tier 3-and-D player. He has improved every year, going from averaging 8 points to 17 points, and then from 17 points to 26 points. He is another player who has never been an All-Star, but has All-Star level skills. The excitement continues at the 11th pick. The Hornets selected Shai Alexander. Due to his long name, people now prefer to call him SGA or Shai. After Shai was selected by the Hornets, the team didn't think much of him, so they traded him to the Clippers on draft night. He played a full season with the Clippers, averaging about 10 points per game. The Clippers also didn't think he was particularly strong, so they traded him. Again, on July 6, 2019, the Clippers and Thunder completed a trade. The Clippers sent Shai, Gallinari, and some draft picks to the Thunder for Paul George. At the time, the Clippers aimed to build a dual-star partnership of Leonard and Paul George, and the Thunder saw Shai as a rising star with potential. Shai soon proved the Thunder's gamble was right. In his first season with the Thunder, Shai averaged 19 points per game. In his second season, he improved to averaging 23 points per game. By his 4th season, Shai was putting up superstar numbers, with an average of 31 points per game. This season, he has surpassed Jokic to win the regular season MVP and become the league's new scoring champion. Under his leadership, the Thunder's record has improved from second to last in the Western Conference in 2022 to first in Western Conference wins in 2024. Anyway, Shai's growth path has been a consistent leading of the rankings. With the 12th pick, the Clippers selected another Bridges. Miles Bridges. He shares the same last name as the previous Mikal Bridges. They have similar heights, play the same position, and even put up similar stats. Despite looking like brothers, they aren't related. With the 14th pick, the Nuggets selected Michael Porter Jr. Before the draft, Porter Jr. participated in the Nike World Basketball Summit. At that time, He efficiently scored 19 points in 23 minutes of playing time after entering the league, although Porter Jr. has never scored more than 20 points, but his non-ball dominant style and stable shooting make him extremely suitable for the Nuggets system. He, Murray, and Jokic form the longest-serving and most stable trio for the Nuggets. This is why he has never been traded by the Nuggets. In 2021, the Nuggets offered Porter Jr. a massive 5-year, $207 million contract for his years of hard work, but shortly after signing the contract, Porter Jr. suffered a lumbar injury and was forced to miss the rest of the season. He has remained strong since returning. In the 2023 Finals, he successfully assisted Jokic in winning the 2023 NBA championship. With the 21st pick, the Jazz selected Grayson Allen, a player known for playing dirty, so much so that many want to fight him. While others' dirty play may involve excessive physicality, his often risks players' lives. To stop fast breaks, he intentionally sticks out his foot to trip opponents, and this was just in college. He hasn't held back in the NBA either. He's done things like putting his knee on someone's head, slapping faces, and even pulling opponents to make them land headfirst on the court. This habit really makes people want to punch him. Thankfully, Allen has focused on playing basketball in recent years, and has become a solid shooting guard. People thought there might be no more good players left in the draft, but unexpectedly, a superstar emerged in the second round. He is Jalen Brunson, selected by the Mavericks with the 33rd pick in this draft. The Mavericks acquired both Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson. Looking back now, their judgment was really on point back then. Although Brunson is now a superstar, he couldn't even enter the draft venue back then. There are mainly two reasons. First, Brunson was relatively old at the time. His peers like Doncic and Trae Young were born in 1999 and 1998, while Brunson, born in 1996, was a senior rookie who had already completed his junior year of college at 22. The second reason was his lack of a basketball powerhouse school background. His alma mater, Villanova University's basketball team, had only produced one outstanding alum in history, Kyle Lowry. After entering the league, Brunson became a symbol of underdog comeback. At the time, the Mavericks had a stacked backcourt with superstar rookie Doncic and Dennis Smith Jr., who had secured a starting role after 2 seasons. It was incredibly difficult for Brunson to compete with them, but Brunson truly lived up to the old saying, "A gem will always shine." In the first half of his rookie season, Brunson often played over 20 minutes but scored 0 points. But in the second half, Brunson grew stronger, regularly scoring 20-plus points, and gradually displacing Dennis Jr. as the team's new starting guard. Eventually, the Mavericks front office had to trade Dennis Jr. to fully commit to Brunson's development. In the 2022 playoffs, Brunson and Doncic led the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals. They achieved in 4 years what Nowitzki couldn't do in many seasons. Throughout those playoffs, Brunson exploded for an average of 21.6 points per game, becoming a key figure in the Mavericks' run to the Western Conference Finals, just when fans thought he and Doncic would join forces to usher in a new era for the Mavericks. In the summer of 2022, Brunson's contract extension talks with the Mavericks collapsed. Brunson was seeking a 4-year, $100 million contract at the time, but the Mavericks believed Brunson was just a role player, with a regular season average of 16.3 points and a playoff surge, not worth $100 million, so the talks failed. After the breakdown, Brunson entered the free agent market, and he received a massive 4-year, $104 million contract offer from the New York Knicks, so Brunson became the first player in league history to secure a $100+ million contract. With a 16.3 points per game average, the rest is history. Brunson unleashed all his talent in New York City. In 2022, he broke Anthony's record to become the fastest player in Knicks history to reach 5,000 points. In 2023, he scored 40-plus points 4 times in a single season, becoming the first Knicks to do so in a season. In 2024, he scored 61 points in a regular season game, becoming the third Knick in history to score 60-plus points. In the 2024 playoffs, he scored 47 points in a single game, breaking the Knicks' playoff scoring record. With these records and his dominant performance, Brunson became the new king of New York. This is the NBA's 2018 draft class. If you come from humble beginnings, look at Jalen Brunson. He emerged as a second-round underdog and became the king of New York. If you're physically ordinary, look at Trae Young. Despite his small stature, he wrote the wonderful script of a shorty achieving great things in a league of giants. The 2018 draft tells us that even if we're small fry, it doesn't stop us from having a shot at changing our destiny. Now let's move to the redraft of this draft class. The 5th pick in the redraft is Jaren Jackson Jr. Although not highly famous, he's an all-star and a 2-time block champion. 5th place is appropriate. The 4th pick is Trae Young, the Hawks core player, who has reached the Eastern Conference Finals and been an all-star, only his playoff stats are slightly lacking. The 3rd pick is Jalen Brunson, with records and all-star credentials, primarily due to his outstanding playoff performance. In the 2023 playoffs, his average of 27.8 points per game was comparable to legendary superstars. In terms of performance in tough games, I think it's reasonable for him to be ranked 3rd. The 2nd pick in the redraft is Shai. In terms of individual ability, he became a scoring champion. In terms of team leadership, he led his team to the top of the league. He's the MVP this year. So I think 2nd place is totally reasonable. The 1st pick in the redraft is definitely Luka Doncic. His stats include a 72-point game and a historic 60 plus 20 plus 10 triple-double. He has delivered iconic finals performances, comparable to legendary superstars. I think this is beyond dispute. You might have your own redraft order. Let me know in the comments. If you like my channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to it.